All right, Take Flight fam. So how do you actually get that aesthetic physique? Okay. There's a lot of components to it. A lot of people will tell you, hey, just calorie deficit and work out a little bit. And while they are not lying, there's a thing called half truths in this world, right? And just simply telling people, oh yeah, calorie deficit and fitness, that is a half truth. Yes, does that work? Sure. But I can show you a whole bunch of people on this side that tried calorie deficit and tried just working out and they're not getting the result, right? Because it stops working eventually, right? And so that brings me to how do you get an aesthetic physique? How do you get to that 12% body fat mark? And in a second, I'll explain to you why The Rock is sitting here. Um, but let's just go into like the components of how to get an aesthetic physique, okay? Because there are components to it. All right, so on this end, you have gut health, which, comes into dialing in your sleep, which comes into dialing in your stress, okay? The 12% body fat does not happen by just snapping your fingers, okay? You have to have a 12% body fat mindset, a 12% body fat gut health system, right? A 12% body fat sleep system, a 12% body fat stress system. You need to have a 12% body fat metabolism and a 12% body fat hormone optimization, right? Without this, it's not going to be sustainable, right? You could lose 10, 15 pounds, right? But without a system and an infrastructure to dial in all of these little components right there, you're not going to keep it off. It's what we focus on in the Take Flight coaching program. We focus on each individual infrastructure. Right now, we're doing a gut health deep dive where we're helping our clients literally dial in every single aspect of their gut health because this ultimately is the most important thing at the end when we're going to weight loss. But there are phases, right? But guys, people are saying calorie deficit this, calorie deficit that, calorie deficit this. And it's like, do you think The Rock is focusing on a calorie deficit? No, The Rock is not focusing on a calorie deficit, right? Like, once you get to that point where you've dialed everything in, it becomes about this stuff right here. Because while every other coaching program is focused on this, is every other coaching program meal plan, fitness plan, blah, 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 right? So our client actually talked about this. He actually talked about this in one of our videos.
This is a program for like if you that really could fit anybody. Someone who's super motivated, obviously, but also someone who like if you've tried other things and it hasn't worked. Like I definitely would invite anybody in that situation to try full body flight for sure.
Cool.
Like even if it hasn't worked for you in the past, this could be it.
And then the number one determining factor as to why that is
because of the unique program that you've put together. It's more than just about this is your workouts or this is your meal plan, but it's also like really just all of the we have the weekly check-ins. Like you check in with me throughout the week, encourage me, and it's really the whole package. Really, like I mean, it's just so much more than like here are your workouts, go do them, like eat these meals. Like it's just so much more than that.
But every other coaching program is just going to give you just a basic fitness plan and a meal plan that they give to 50 other clients, right? And that's why nobody really gets results in these coaching programs, these health fitness coaching programs, right? Nobody really gets results. Why is that? Because while everybody else is just focused on the basic calorie deficit and work out 3 days per week, we're focused on dialing in your mindset for success, dialing in your gut health for success, dialing in your hormones for success, dialing in your metabolism for success, and focusing on the execution of all of this because none of this happens unless you have proper execution. I hope you're hearing my words correctly, okay? Weight loss is not sustainable unless you can dial in these pillars right here, okay? weight loss is not sustainable unless you can dial in these pillars right here. And you need to focus on each individual thing, right? Because there's a reason why most of the population is overweight or obese. 70% of Americans are overweight or obese. Why? Because they're doing what everybody else is doing. Oh, yeah, I'm just going on a diet, doing keto, right? Even though that screws up your metabolism, right? Because you're not getting proper nutrition, right? With these diets, bro. So I want you to focus on what's actually going to get you the result, right? Focus on the execution, right? Because without execution, none of this stuff matters. Without execution, none of this stuff matters. Okay. And so you need to focus on the big picture. What's going to actually help you lose weight, get that aesthetic physique, and keep it off, right? Keep that aesthetic physique for life. The Rock is not focused on being in a calorie deficit, right? After a certain point, all of these pillars dialed in makes life so much easier, right? So that's my message for you guys today. If you are looking to finally lose your next 20 to 50 pounds with an infrastructure, we dial these all in for you inside the program with one-on-one coaching. Just go ahead and book a call. My calendar is down below, and you'll book a call with the team, and we'll see if you're a good fit for the program. But with that being said, guys, I'll close with this, okay? While everybody's trying to make it so simple, right? Weight loss is simple, by the way. Getting an aesthetic physique is simple, but it's not too simple. Albert Einstein said everything should be as simple as it can be, but not simpler, right? So it's simple, but don't make it too simple, okay? Because you want your weight loss to be sustainable as can be. So that being said, guys, if you're looking to finally lose your next 20 to 50 pounds, my calendar is down below. We also have a Facebook group down below where I've got my 73-page guide for grocery shopping. I got gut-friendly meal plans, and I also have my macros guide in the free Facebook group, so you can join that as well if you're not ready to become a client. But with that being said, guys, we'll talk soon.